Fortifications.
A unit is under attack. Enemy base detected. Select target. Our ally is under
I
attack.
am ready if you're ready. Coil standing by.
Good to see Russian faces again. We can fix up your structures. No problem.
Select target. Select target.
My unit.
Circuits clean. See you there.
Enemy base detected. Enemy units detected. Select target. Select target.
I am ready if you're ready.
Enemy engineer detected. Select target. A unit is under attack. Select target.
Let's test the equipment. Circuits clean.
Select target. Select target. Select target.
Let's test the equipment.
Objective complete. Enemy units
I
detected.
am ready if you're ready. Ready connection.
Enemy base detected.
The port bases are destroyed. Excellent. Now focus your attacks on the Imperial garrison and eliminate the Empire from this vital port.
A unit is under attack.
Coil standing by. Everything stable.
Alright, don't fuck this up.
New objective received. Training. Training.
Let's see how much
Our
they can
base
take.
is under attack.
At last, the world goes on, and nothing can go wrong.
Enemy base
How
detected.
you doing, Kingsley?
A unit is
Additional
under
pylons?
attack.
That is the wrong game, sir.
Select target. Select target. Unit lost. Enemy units detected.
Moving equipment.
They built a palace on our soil? They will pay!
Select target. Select target. Select target.
Palace. You leave that alone. You will suffer for this.
Select target. Select target. Select target. Select target. Enemy base detected. Our base is under attack. Our ally is under attack. Warning, a nanoswarm hive has been detected. Our ally is under attack. Building.
Fully
Building.
Fully
Building.
charged.
Building.
Batteries fully charged.
Enemy units detected. The dreadnoughts have been recovered. They should be able to outreach the Imperial defenses.
Dreadnoughts intact. With these warships, we can retake Vladivostok.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Uncover the map in the shape of a PP? Yes, of course I did. Just because you said so, King.
Let's test the equipment.
Enemy base detected. Select target. Select target. Select target.
I am ready if you're ready. Altering locomotor.
Select target. Select target. Select target. Select target. Select target. Objective complete.
Everything stable.
A unit is under attack.
Circuits clean.
Unit lost.
Yes! Excellent job. The port is ours, and the Empire is on the run now.
Select target.
Yeah, thanks for the ammo. Should play the map. You should have got a picture, King. You should have.
My fellow Americans, I am humbled that you have chosen me to be your new president. and I am honored to lead our country forward during these dark and dangerous times.
Damn right he is.
The Soviet Union's recent push into Europe threatens our very existence as a nation.
Well,
We've
too
deployed
bad.
troops and equipment to our European allies, but we haven't yet fully committed to this fight. Until now. I've introduced a bill which will quintuple the resources we are putting towards this conflict. Today, I say it is time for America to take a stand against the scourge that is godless communism.
Oh, Martin just
Or if we don't, if we wait, soon, very soon, it will be too late.
Yeah,
We
you
finally
better.
get a taste
J.K.
of
Simmons, bro.
victory, and now this. The new American president is an ignorant fanatic who wants to wipe us off the face of the earth. He has rallied the allies and re-energized their will. We must strike swiftly before they can mobilize their forces. Are you ready, General?
Of course. Commander, we are hitting the Central Allied Command Center at Geneva before they reinforce it. You will be leading the charge.
It's not.
And I will be following soon after with the full might of the Soviet military. До свидания.
Bottoms up, Nikolai.
Yeah.
Got all the good voices.
We must hurry and cripple the Allies before the American reinforcements arrive. Our main target is a key forward command center in Geneva, Switzerland. We need to take this base out before the newly funded Allies use it as a springboard to enter Soviet territory. The General will be joining you once you clear the way for him.
The Allies have fortified their position along the waterfront, as well as maintaining an army base inland.
Sorry, Martin.
The Premier has asked that General Krukov personally supervise this operation. Your mission is... investigate the energy fluctuations coming from the lake. Destroy any Allied naval forces you find.
An assault.
Eliminate the Allies' army base to clear the way for General Krukov. Convince Geneva's financial establishments to support our cause. Good luck to you.
Are you full of money, Martin?
It is pretty epic just to see Tim Curry try not to crack up mid-scene.
Oh, can you go to the store?
You don't need to go to the store. You're fine.
Not really.
I know. I just want to bug you.
Oh, someone got rezzed. Martin? My dear friend? Can you get in my front?
Yeah, this game's so over the top. I love it.
This may only be a lake, but the Allies have much in the way of technology. Move ahead, but use caution.
Ew.
The Union must be
New
funded.
objective received.
Collector.
New objective received.
That is
Building. New bonus objective received.
Good to see you again, my friend. We did pretty good in Leningrad. This time, I'll get to show them the meaning of Soviet army.
Yeah, did you, Martin?
Building. Commander, you are able to build near your co-commander's structures as well as your own. Building. Cannot deploy here. Our ally is under attack.
Let's test the equipment.
Enemy engineer detected.
dang, someone bought
Ready
everything.
the modifications.
Construction complete.
Let's see what happens.
So the great Soviet army chose you to remove us from Geneva? Well, that's a relief. When I heard you guys were coming, I thought it was going to be a tough fight.
People.
Construction complete. New construction options. Warning, a chronosphere has been activated. Grinder charge upgrade operating.
Surprise, Commander. We can transport our entire navy in the blink of an eye. So if I were you, I wouldn't look again.
Building. Repairing. Our base is under attack. Building. The unit is under attack. Allied naval threat level greater than expected. You have been authorized to use Aquila subs in this region. Select target. Select target. Select target. Select target.
What do you say?
What did he say?
Building. Enemy units detected. Our base is under attack. Enemy engineer detected. Enemy base detected.
Hammer tank. Sigma.
Okay.
Building. 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 A unit is under attack. Our ally is under attack. Building.
It's a rocket launcher.
Our base is
Oh,
under
he did
attack.
have a rocket
Construction
launcher.
complete. Select target.
Dolphins are not brave creatures. What is going on here?
Construction complete. New construction options.
Come and get this
Enemy
striker.
engineer detected. Building. A unit is under attack.
Stingray.
Oh, okay. I know I don't either. That's why I didn't want to.
Moving equipment.
Construction complete. Enemy units detected. Select target.
Yeah. Oh.
Building.
Let's do this.
Enemy engineer
around.
detected. A unit is under attack. Select target. Select target. Select target.
Everything's stable.
Construction complete. Enemy base detected. Building.
Coils standing by.
Enemy units detected.
Moving equipment.
Enemy engineer detected. A unit is under attack. Select target.
Everything's stable.
Our ally is under attack.
Altering locomotor.
Unit lost.
Supposed to capture that?
Martin, can I launch it?
Let's test the equipment.
Construction complete.
I got 3 left.
Circuits clean. Coils standing by. Running cool.
Select target. Select target. Select target.
I'm ready if you're ready.
Enemy engineer detected.
Doing.
Building. Building. Building.
Oh, I want that.
You gotta earn it.
Enemy units detected.
Coils standing by. Let's test the equipment.
Select target. Select target. Select target.
Coils standing by.
Enemy engineer detected. Construction complete.
Yes, lucky bitch.
A unit is under attack.
Stingray.
Yeah, I won't even touch your stuff.
Enemy base detected. Enemy units detected.
Circuits clean. Climb ashore.
What are you doing? Katana.
Powering up.
Oh.
Unit lost. A unit is under attack.
I'm ready if you're ready.
Enemy engineer detected.
Stingray.
Our ally is under attack. Select target. Select target.
I'm ready if you're ready. See you there.
The air stinks of capitalism.
Yes. Electrodes up.
Select target. Select target. Select target.
Everything stable. Reset position.
A unit is under attack. Select target. Select target. Select target.
Jeez,
Enemy
clap.
engineer detected.
Perhaps you do have some skill.
Select target. Select target. Select target. Select target. Select target. Enemy units detected. Enemy base detected.
Martin, where are you?
Select target. Select target.
Going to the store, gonna get mini tacos and tater tots. King is living a life of luxury over here.
Coil standing by.
Select target.
You're excused.
Enemy base detected. Select target. A unit is under attack. Unit lost.
Prison towers.
Enemy units detected. Enemy engineer detected. Select target. Select target.
I am ready if you're ready. Moving equipment.
Select target. Select target. Select target. Select
Looks like
target. Enemy base detected. Select target. Select target. Select target.
Neutrality! Ha! Switzerland, please explain massive allied military base.
Our ally is under attack. Select target. A unit is under attack.
Are you planning on fighting the enemy, Commander? Or are you just going to hide in your base?
They're hiding my base, thanks.
I guess I have to do everything around here.
Select target. General Krukov has arrived and will lead the attack against the Allied headquarters here. You have gained access to V4 rocket launchers. Use their superior range wisely. Battlefield expanded.
Mobile rocket launcher.
New objective received. New objective received.
Everything stable. Okay, just a sec. Yes. Stingray. I am ready if you're ready. Coil standing by.
Select target. Select target.
Circuits clean. Reset position.
Select target. Select target. Select target. Select target. Enemy engineer detected. Select target. Select target. Select target. Select target. Select target. Select target. Comrade Krukov has claimed some banks for his own needs. Do not oppose him. Our ally is under attack. Select target. Select target. Select target. Enemy engineer detected. Select target. Select target. Select target. Enemy base detected. Select target.
Calm down,
Select
Cat.
target. Select target. Select target. Our base is under attack. A unit is under attack. Select target. Enemy units detected. Select target. Select target.
What are you waiting for, Commander? Are you still planning to attack? Because if you are, now would be a good time.
Select target. Select target. Select target.
Look at your poor army. Too bad. You should have shown me more respect and retreat.
Select target. Select target.